so many different things that indeed we've had the great pleasure of working together for a long time. And I'm sorry for the setting. We thought we'd have something a little bit better for this, but I'm actually over at the White House in the old Executive Office building. We had a meeting with President Biden that ran a little bit long. So just to make sure I could connect with all of you, we put this together over here. I have been looking forward to this for quite some time. I suspect you've been looking forward to it even more so. But there's an added reason for that. And I'm a little bit like the proud parent today who actually gets to speak at commencement because among you is the terrific Carolyn Sanford, who was one of my special assistants until she now has to move forward and join the ranks of the Foreign Service. So this was kind of a nice opportunity for me to be able to kind of speak at her commencement. So Caroline, congratulations to you, but congratulations to everyone. And as William has said, I did start out at the State Department back in 1993 in the front office of what was then the European and Canadian Affairs Bureau. And we went back and looked, and the office that I had, the previous occupant of the office was a very large safe. And they moved the safe out, they put me in, and they could more or less squeeze a very small desk in as well. And that's where I started and how I started. So a few years later now, I've moved up one floor and I've got a window. So I guess that's progress, and maybe that suggests that anything's possible, especially as you're embarking on your careers. I know this is both, and I hope at least it's an incredible, joyful day, but it's also a solemn one. You're going to raise your hand in a moment to take the oath. Same oath that I took 4 months ago, becoming Secretary of State. The same oath every Secretary of State has taken, going all the way back to Thomas Jefferson. It's the same oath that your colleagues at the State Department have taken over the years. An oath to the Constitution of the United States, and by extension, to the American people. You're joining a team, and every member of that team has an important role to play. We are part of something larger than ourselves. And your job, among many other things, will include cultivating relationships across bureaus, across posts, across agencies, to try to help build and sustain what should be a community, and hopefully leave it stronger than you found it. As your mentor, Ambassador Brewer, might say, bloom where you're planted. You're making a promise to us today, too, but the State Department is making a promise to you as well, to give you the support that you need, the tools that you need, to do your jobs as well as you can possibly do them. So take advantage of the resources that we have, including all the expertise that your colleagues can provide, from your managers to direct hires to locally employed staff that you'll begin to get to know and to meet as you get deployed around the world. I really want to encourage you to be creative and innovative. If you see ways to improve what we're doing, how we're doing it, we want to hear them. This is usually important because one of the things I've noticed over the years is that there's been a change, and you probably discovered this too in getting to know your classmates. If you looked at incoming members of a class back in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, you'd probably find that just about everyone was coming straight out of college, maybe out of grad school. Now, I suspect as you've gotten to know each other, you're probably finding that a lot of your colleagues are coming from other pursuits, other careers. And that's an incredible asset for us, because so many of you have built up knowledge, built up expertise, built up skills, built up understanding in different areas that I think can have a very positive impact, bringing that skill set to bear on the things that we're dealing with. And so use that creativity, use what you know, what you've learned, and put it to service of the job that you've got now. I also encourage you to do something pretty basic, and that's be kind. Diplomacy is a person-to-person business, and people will always remember how you made them feel. That goes for your colleagues, and that goes for the folks that you're going to be engaged with around the world. And of course, maybe most of all, enjoy what is an incredible journey that you're about to embark upon. And don't forget to bring your friends and family along with you. And finally, remember this. Remember that you represent the United States of America. Whether you've got the rank of ambassador or not, you're an ambassador for all of us. And we're counting on all of you to make all of us very proud. There's nothing quite like it, and this is at least what I found in my own experience, having spent some time in government, out of government. There are all sorts of extraordinary pursuits that you can take with your life and find meaning and fulfillment in. But there is something I found, at least, particularly gratifying in going to work every day with either literally or certainly figuratively the American flag behind your shoulder. And I think keeping that in mind is always a good thing. So, most of all, I just wanted to be able to say directly to you, congratulations. The fact that you are where you are today is in and of itself a remarkable achievement. And it's the start of something that I think is going to be incredibly exciting. I'm thrilled for each and every one of you. And now I think it is my particular pleasure to ask you to rise for the administration of the oath of office. So, as you rise, please raise your right hand and then repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
I take this obligation freely.
I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
Duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
Duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Secretary Blinken. Thank you very much.
Mr. Secretary, thank you so much for being here and joining us today. We know your schedule is very tight, so we'd like